Hello, folks. So I'm Kamlesh. I'm from India. I work for Mobisi Technologies as a front-end engineer. So currently, we are developing Salesforce automation systems for FMCG and material industries. And we are revamping our products UI using React. And soon, we'll be launching our first ever B2B progressive web apps. You can find me on social media and GitHub. So today I'll be talking about progressive loading, which says less code loaded better improves performance. So why? What's the need? So here's the simple answer to the question. Everyone hates waiting. So I'm going to start with a small story. Just imagine that you bought a big giant pizza and you ask the kid to grab it all at once. Now I can closely relate this giant pizza with my entire application's main bundle, which is not code splitted. So what I'll do it? Obviously, I'll take a pizza slicer, slice it, and give it to the kid. So pizza slicer is my webpack, and which will code split my entire application as per my configurations, and it will load based on whatever is needed as per my configurations. So finally I'll have a pizza slice, I'll give it to the kid, and the kid is happy and she can easily grab it. So this is how it looks without code splitting. I have the entire app bundle, this is a very small app, so the bundle is just 106 kilobytes. Now just imagine if you are having a huge application, if you are not code splitting your application, then your this entire application bundle may reach somewhere around 2 to 3 MB, which is again a pain if you are running your application on slower networks. And this is what I can achieve using code splitting. My entire application's code is splitted based on the configurations, and it will load as and when the modules are needed. So I have a small checklist which I usually see when I look for code splitting. The first is configuring my webpack. Second is using dynamic imports, which is again a beautiful feature provided by webpack. And third is configuring my routes to load async bundles. So just have a look at this small configuration, which I use to configure webpack. So webpack has a very good plugin, which is Commons chunk plugin, which is used to split my applications into small chunks. So first I'm telling webpack to split out my vendor chunk, which is rarely gonna change, and put it into a separate bundle. Second, I'm asking webpack to scan all my async bundles, which are recognized using the imports, and then also check the childrens of those async bundles and move them into a separate chunk. After that, I'm telling webpack to move the runtime module, which is used by webpack to resolve the modules at runtime, to move it into a separate chunk. So now I'll be having 3 chunks. Basically, one would be for my async routes, second would be my vendor, and third would be my runtime. Again, a fact, sequence of all these common chunks matters. So after that, once I have configured commons chunk, then I'll configure the entry and the output points for webpack. So the entry point tells webpack where to start, and the output property of the webpack identifies the options related to the output emitted by the webpack. So we are done with the first. Second is using dynamic imports. So webpack has a very great property like dynamic imports, using which we can actually load the asynchronous bundles at runtime. So as soon as webpack identifies this import statement, it recognizes that it has to be splitted out into a separate bundle. And if you remember in Common Chunks plugin, I used async equals to true. So using async equals to true and the import statement, Webpack identifies how to split out my bundles. Now, if you guys are already aware with the React router, so React router 4 came up with the major rewrite, which was everything was components in React router 4. So we missed out common property of React router, which was get component, which allowed us to split out my application and load the asynchronous bundles at runtime. So now what we can do with that? So sit back and relax. I have a small library which actually loads the bundles at runtime. So this is how it works. This is my routes file. So first I'm importing this component chunk from React Chunkable. Second is I have written a higher order function which is using Commons module plugin provided by Webpack, which says, hey Webpack, give me all the modules in this relative path. Then this is the function which actually uses component chunks. It has two properties. The component props, which are used by the routes at runtime, and second is the module name, which has to be which is to be loaded asynchronously. So here we are done with all the 3 points. So this is already open source. You can go out and check out this. This is the link to the slides. DMs are open. You can say hi. Thank you.
Great, Kamlesh. Thank you very much. Now we have the sweet time to ask some questions. And don't guys, I know it's after lunch, but please take out your phones, log in. You already know the login. Ask questions and upvote the ones that you want me to read with my fantastic understanding of all this technology. What do you think about React Loadable for code splitting?
Okay. This is, I've always answered this. Okay, so I am not saying that this is the best one, or I am competing with React Loadable. React Loadable is very great. This is just what was suitable for my needs, so I just created a small library out of my working example. So
the other one, next question. Do you have experience with code splitting in an SSR environment? Any recommended tools? React Universal Component? Question mark.
Okay, so yes, React Universal Component, and you can also use React Loadable if you are intended to do code splitting using SSR.
Okay, why not use TII plugin instead?
Okay, I'm not aware. Maybe I'll check out.
So what is the difference to React Loadable?
Okay, so the main difference is I have not I am not able to crack the SSR with the React Chunkable. So yes, maybe you can go with React Loadable for SSR with using React Router 4.
The last question. The React router guys intentionally removed code splitting capabilities from it. Why should we re-implement them?
So if you will go out and check out their repo, Rand Florence had actually answered this question. I mean, the way they have created the React Router 4, so maybe what you need is the SEO. The SEO is able to track your applications or not. So yes, using React Router 4, without using SSR, your SEO is actually able to grab your links. So yes, that's why they didn't actually spend so much of time achieving SSR.
Kamlesh, thank you very much.